Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Thunderclap. It's turned 6.5 for the Commonwealth and 6.6 for the French. It's January of 1939. So let's get into the UK portion of the turn. We got two tech rolls. We're going to go for improved construction, not on the board, 7 or higher, and long-range aircraft stage 1, 8 or higher. So improved construction first at a 7. An 11 we succeed, and long range at an 8. A 2 we miss. So we get 1 out of 2. So let's put improved construction on the board. Okay, how about purchases for the UK? We have 16 to spend. I think Randall said he had the UK at 14, but they should be at 16 for, I believe it was the attack the Japanese did in China. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That let them go up 2, just like FEC and Anzac. Okay, so for 16, we're going to do a colonial infantry for 4, militia upgrade for 4, that's 8, 2 infantry for 6 is 14, and a militia for 2, that spends our full 16. The FEC, 12 to spend. They're spending all of it, 10 on a fighter and 2 on a militia. And Anzac, 16 to spend. They're spending 10 of it on a fighter, and they're going to save $6. Okay, no combat. Let's go with non-combat over here in the Pacific. So we've got a naval transport, an Anzac naval transport here in Port in Calcutta. It's going to come out of port, and it's going to strategic naval move 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it only can go 4. So it'll go into port here on the southern side of Cairo there in I-5. If it can go 5, it'll go up 1 more, but I think it can only go 4 now. We're going to take this naval transport in Port Maharashtra, come out of port, 1, 2, 3 into M8. That's its full movement. So we'll join that other naval transport with that fleet. We got these 2 British infantry in southern India. They're going to move up 1 to Calcutta. And that looks like it's it. That coastal sub will say where it's at, so no other movement there. How about over here in the Med area? We're going to have this naval transport here in A-44. This is going to come out of port and go, well, actually, 1, 2, yeah, it can go 3. 1, 2, 3, and join that fleet there in A-21. Coming out of the fleet in A-21, we're going to have 3 destroyers, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I don't think they don't have a sub base there, so they can only move 3, so that's going to stay there. Yeah, I think that's all we'll have. So we've got 3 destroyers, 2 heavy cruisers, and a light cruiser coming off of the fleet card here in A-21 at a major base. 1, 2, 3, 4 to, what is that? M2. So 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and 3 destroyers. Do we want to go in port? Let's see. What does the Italians have floating around here? I think they only got 1 transport, no airborne. We'll go in port, I guess. So we'll go in port in Gibraltar here in M2. I think we're okay with Gibraltar being secure for the time being. Okay, so 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and 3 destroyers go in port. And I think that's it. Let me just look things over real quick. Yeah, I think we're golden. Okay, so how about unit placement? So we have a colonial infantry and a militia upgrade, and they're both in Cairo, so we're just going to add 2 infantry to Cairo. And then we've got 2 infantry and a militia left, and those are in England. So we're going to put the militia here in southern England, and then the 2 infantry go down in London. So that should bring us up to 3 infantry there in London. Okay, how about the FEC? A militia and a fighter. The militia is going to go down here in British Malaya. That'll give us a 2nd militia there. And the fighter obviously goes in Calcutta. That gives us a 2nd fighter there. Anzac, a fighter. Clearly that goes down in Sydney. Okay, so let's look at income. So Britain is at 16. They spent everything, so 16 is what they'll have. FEC is at 7. They spent everything, so 7 is what they'll have. And Anzac is sitting at 5. They saved 6, so 11. So it should be 16, 7, and 11 for the Commonwealth. Okay, let's get into the French purchases. $10. They're spending all of it. An AA gun for 4 and 3 militia for 6. That's 10. We forgot our tech roll. How about heavy strat bombers? Oh my god. 10. Useless. How wonderful. So we get on the board for heavy. I don't think I've ever seen the French with heavy strat bombers, so that should get me an extra victory point or something, right? For doing something unique with French tech. Okay, there we go there. We already did purchases. Let's go over non-combat. Those 4 subs are staying where they are. How about over here? We're going to move some ships. We're going to take this naval transport here in A, what is that, 42. It's going to come over 1 to A41. Joining it is going to be 2 destroyers. They're going to come over 1, 2, 3. They are not in port. And then we're going to have the entire fleet that's left here. Oh, we got this German battle cruiser, the Graf Spee, there floating around. Why don't we... I guess we'll take... How about the light cruiser and the torpedo boat destroyer? We're going to come down 1, 2, 2. What is that? A40... Of course, it's covered up. A48. So those 2, light cruiser and torpedo boat destroyer, go down to A48. The rest of this fleet, 2 battleships. Oh, wait a second. I think I've moved the wrong ship. That's a destroyer. We don't want that one. We want the light cruiser to go. So the light cruiser and the torpedo boat destroyer went to A48. 2 battleships, a destroyer, and a naval transporter are going to come over 1. Do not go in port. And they're going to be there in M2. Let's sit there. I don't think we're moving anything in France itself. Okay, unit placement. We got an AA gun and 3 militia. Okay, so the AA gun obviously goes down in Paris. 2 of the 3 militia go down in Paris, and the other militia goes here in Picardy. And that should be it. Okay, French income. We're sitting at 10. We spent it, so 10 is what we'll have. Unit recap. Let's do London change. So London now has 2 militia, 3 infantry, and a fighter. Southern England has 2 militia and a seaplane. The fleet in A21 now is a battleship, a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, 3 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 2 naval transports, a fleet sub, a coastal defense ship, and an empty light carrier. Let's see. France. Picardy now has 2 motorized and 2 militia. Paris now has 7 infantry, 4 militia, and an AA gun. We have a small French fleet here in A41, which is 2 destroyers and a naval transport. We've got a French torpedo boat destroyer and light cruiser in A48. In port in Gibraltar in M2, we have 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, 3 destroyers. We got a French fleet in M2, 2 battleships, a destroyer, and a naval transport. Cairo went up 2 more infantry, so Cairo should have 7 infantry and 1 militia. There's an Anzac naval transport in port in Cairo in I-5. The fleet in M8 now consists of 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 3 destroyers, a light carrier with a tactical, a fleet sub, and 2 naval transports. Calcutta went up. So let's see. We now have 7 British infantry, 4 FEC infantry, 2 FEC militia, 2 FEC AA guns, a British AA gun, and 2 FEC fighters. Malaya now is 2 militia, a fort, and a coastal gun. And in Sydney, we now have a motorized infantry, an artillery, a militia, and a fighter. So that should be it for the Commonwealth and France. Turning things over now to Sergeant Shellhole in Italy.